Giant Size Youngblood brings back some extreme characters that we have not seen in 25 years.
What's going on, guys? I am here at San Diego Comic-Con with the legendary Rob Liefeld, creator of Deadpool, Youngblood, co-founder of Image Comics, and he's back with Giant Size Youngblood #1, a bold new tribute to the comic that started it all, Rob. Hey, we got it. It started it all. But now, look, you've said that Giant Size Youngblood was the comic that you've always wanted to make. Why is now finally the time to do it?
So I can tell you, Giant Size Youngblood is my tribute to Giant Size X-Men #1, which came out in 1975. It's currently enjoying its 50th anniversary. And I was there, 8 years old, pulling it off. I never bought X-Men. I've talked at length how Angel, Beast, Jean Grey, Iceman, and Cyclops were kind of boring. When I had the Avengers here and the Fantastic Four here, and then even the Defenders with Hulk and Doctor Strange, but then what is this new? Who's this silver armored guy? I remember Wolverine from Hulk. Who's this Storm? And it blew me away. It's such a beautiful, incredible comic. It's why I was checking out copies on the floor at preview night going, how much is that 9.8? And they're like, that's $60,000. And you're like, why didn't I take better care of my original copy? But this thing has gone through the roof, right? Well, if I don't get my Giant Size Youngblood tribute that I started drawing 15 years ago, the first 3 pages of Giant Size Youngblood #1, I drew around 2000. 2010, I was sitting on my couch because I was starting to plan it.
Sure.
Because I'm like, I've got to do this. They're on the island. Youngblood's on an island. I knew the events that were going to unfold. I knew the characters they were going to meet because Giant Size X-Men took place on an island.
Yep.
and there was new characters. So it's very much an homage. And I'm like, if I don't get it out now for Comic-Con, I'm not getting it out. Like this is it. So it created a great deadline to finish it in 32 pages. Makes its debut today, and it's just my love letter to what I love, which is the X-Men.
I want to dive into that a little bit because this is the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men #1, Giant Size X-Men #1. A lot of people say it's the comic that made you kind of fall in love with comics.
Oh, absolutely.
What elements or energy from that original book inspired this Giant Size Youngblood #1?
So it's the simplicity, and Giant Size Youngblood operates in the same way. You're going to meet the characters. You're going to understand why they're there immediately. Giant Size X-Men says the X-Men went to investigate an island and they disappeared. And Charles Xavier had to go gather new characters to come in and find the X-Men and save them. Super simple, but I'm going to tell you, there's an artist named Dave Cockrum. He is no longer with us. He has been gone many decades. I got to know him. I got to meet him. I got to tell him how much I loved him. That's the one thing that I've loved is that I really get to look back and all of the greats I was able to hang with, go to their houses, spend time, have meals, and just pick brains. And Dave Cockrum, the art in Giant Size X-Men #1 is phenomenal. As a kid, you respond to these great images, right? So, like I said, if Colossus doesn't look as great as he does, and if Storm doesn't look as great as she does, and Nightcrawler, it's maybe a different subject altogether, but that art was so great, those characters, that chemistry, that issue. So yeah, I love it. And I've told people before, like, my biggest investment as a collector, and I'm not kidding you, I have millions of dollars invested in the X-Men. Between the amount of original art and the graded books that I have, there is no concept, character, I hate the word IP, that I have more personally invested. I try and tell my kids, like, look at these pages. Sure. These are important. When Dad dies, don't call this guy, or this guy. Call these 2 people. Don't take their calls. Like, I've already tried to navigate, like, here's who, like, and they, like, look at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, these are valuable. Like, this is of great value.
It is.
So the X-Men is a sweet spot for me, and it is why I pursued being in the X-Men office early in my career.
Giant Size X-Men is still one of the most iconic covers of all the comics. It's to the point where I've seen it parodied so many times from other franchises. But speaking about covers, you have 4 variant covers.
That's right.
That are you have 100 copies each. So
that's it.
Very limited.
Yep, very limited.
Talk to me about how fans can get those.
So we opened up orders on our website. We closed those a couple weeks ago. The A cover, which is today, is gone. It's the Thursday cover is gone unless I take like the 15 of my own personal copies and I can be talked out of them. People always give me their sad songs, and I am very recipient to sad songs. If you sing me a sad song, but Mr. Liefeld, I'm like, guilt gets me every time. But then the virgin variant of that is the next day. Then a brand new cover is on Friday, along with our secret cover that has it's all the 5 new characters that are making their debut. So look, man, this is what Comic-Con's about. I'm just having fun, and like I could bring you a variant cover, but I decided, why don't I bring you a brand new comic that has never been seen the light of day other than here? Because man, you want, and there are some great variant covers there. But I'm bringing you 32 all new pages that are seeing the light of day. And I've gotten really good in my old age of just keeping secrets. It used to be so hard for me, but now I'm like, no, hold it, don't show anybody. It's so easy not to show people because you get that element of surprise.
Sure.
And that's what I enjoyed as a kid.
No
and it's
leaks.
kind of what's been gone. It's been missing for a lot. They give too much away in trailers.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Comic book companies give away too much to convince the stores to own them, to order them. So I'm all in for the surprise.
I love that. Now, this story unfolds on a mystery island, introduces a mix of legacy characters and all new heroes. What can we expect from this new generation of Youngblood characters?
So Youngblood, this takes place before the events of the new Youngblood #1, which is launching from Image Comics in November. I have been doing direct-to-consumer with that to gangbusters business. We can't print enough copies to meet demand. But this takes place a few months before, and I won't tell you, Giant Size Youngblood brings back some extreme characters that we have not seen in 25 years. So, and I haven't told, nobody who they are. Again, it'll all be out there. I expect, 40 minutes after I sell them, I'll be watching pages all over the internet or, social media. Hey! And there are some websites that are going to be like, let me spoil this for you. And I did a British accent for a reason. But the thing is, it's just part of the fun. It's just part of the fun, but it's again, it feeds that element of surprise, and it's kind of a precursor. What happens in this comic definitely affects regular Youngblood 1 and 2 and 3, which I've already done. They're in the can. Again, I was gonna bring Youngblood 2 here, and I'm like, you can't do that. You can't bring a number 2. Bring Giant Size Youngblood. Finish it. So I guess that answers your question.
Now, for fans that can't make it to Comic-Con, something I love that you do is the direct-to-consumer.
Yeah.
But fans that can't make it to Comic-Con, are there any future plans to make Giant Size Youngblood available in any other format that they can get, or a collected format?
So a few copies are coming on my live streams. Follow me on Whatnot, eBay. You'll see me, and that's how to get them. And I may or may not be. They're twisting my arm. Maybe next week we'll put one up online to order a different. But these covers, they won't be these. When what I learned from live streaming is that you can say, hey everybody, we've got 100 copies we're gonna have tonight, and so we're about to fill up the allotment of 35, and a guy right there on live stream goes, that means you have 65 left. Yes. And so then we're gonna let 10 more go. That means you have 55. They are card counting.
Sure.
And you can't fool them. And that's one thing that we have built up over 2 years of doing direct-to-consumer content, direct-to-consumer comic books. I have a comic called Last Blood, along with these Youngbloods, and they are card counting. They will know if you said you printed 100, I just counted 101, then you're screwed. Okay, you have to be of your word. And so when we put out 100, we don't do anything more than 100, and we're done. And then we go back to press and give it a fresh coat of paint, but it's not that version, and that's part of the fun. It is, and really, that's what all this is. It's just fun. We're
fun.
Feeding the fun, and the people who want to participate, they do, and those who don't, they don't, and everyone's good.
Now, I've talked to you about this before, but I grew up with some OG Youngblood. I love Shaft, Bad Rock,
Love it.
Die Hard. What has made those characters so enduring and so lasting 30 years later?
Can I just tell you something? After not drawing them for 5 years because I didn't have access to them, and then me and my former partner, we made Sweet Love and made up Sweet Love by the Fire, by the way. And the thing is, now we decided to give this back to the world, and I drew them. And Die Hard next to Bad Rock, next to Shaft, looks great. I'm going to tell you, as an artist, and artists can recognize when things work.
Sure.
What I started with Cable, and with Shatterstar and Domino, what I started refining, it's the best it ever was. Like, the 3 of those characters, the 4 of those, you throw Chapel in there, Die Hard, Bad Rock, they just vogue. All 5 of them look great together. The colors, the designs, visuals is a visual medium.
Yes.
We respond to visuals. Words aren't over this hotel room that we're doing this in. It's a giant alien, visual, and it's awesome. You can see it from a mile away. We respond to visuals. So I think Youngblood always had the visual component, and we took it away for a while. And now it's back, and people are even more excited. But whatever, a guy in red and white with a bow with red hair and a big rock guy, way bigger than the Thing. Our Bad Rock's like 10 feet, right? And then Die Hard, they're kind of aesthetics that I helped refine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I started that revolution over on New Mutants into X-Force into Youngblood, and man, I'm just so thankful it stuck. I really am, because people, this return to Youngblood has been fire, just straight fire.
I love that. I love that. I'm sure you got the nostalgia drawing those characters again.
It's really nostalgic. It
Sure.
really is.
Now, look, you've been known as a disruptor from Image Comics to
Yep.
today. Where do you see the future of comics publishing evolving for this next generation?
Direct to consumer, as I've said in every interview, and look, I've got the receipts. I'm telling you, it's what people want. And look, man, it's not just comics.
Sure.
I want a toy. I go to Target. I saw that the toy's out. The toy is sold out at Target. Crap, I don't have it. And they only ordered 5. They didn't dislike the character. They just only ordered 5. They
Sure.
took a leap at 5. Maybe they had to be convinced to go from 3 to 5. Well, if a store is out there and they're like, well, I'm only going to order a few of this, and then all I heard on my last Deadpool was that it was sold out. And, you know, for whatever reason, retailers are having they're very challenged in what they can order right now, and they don't want to get burned. Well, with my stuff, I flick on live streaming, or I go to my website, which services the world. And that's the thing. On live streaming, we are sending books to Tokyo.
Yeah.
We are sending books to Switzerland, to Thailand, obviously to Canada, to London, to Italy. We service a worldwide model, and here's the deal: you got to have a good shipping component.
Absolutely.
And I have one of the very best, because the ratings that are posted publicly give us the 5 stars. Like, we are living in a 5-star world on our ratings online. Like, I can boast that, and I'm so and me and my shipping people, we really take pride. And people go, I can't believe this showed up in as good condition. We've all ordered stuff.
Yes.
We love when it comes in a good condition, right? So I mean, there's a different responsibility. When Marvel and DC want to lean more into this, you're going to see it change even more. But I don't enjoy being a disruptor, but I also don't want to sit on my hands and watch me grow moss.
Listen,
like, you know,
you're part of the change positively, and
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think you're on the forefront of that, and you always have been. I mean, this is why we even have him.
I've been a problem child, because I always, you know what I
In the
realized?
best way possible.
Yeah, well, I say no. People say you can't do that, and I go, get out of my way. There is no. There is just get out of the way. I'll do this. My 40 years in this business, it's always somebody saying no, and I just go, I'm just going to go around you. I'm just going to leap over you. There's always a different solution. It just isn't the way they prefer to do it.
Sure.
And so like a store contacted me and said, Rob, I support you in doing this, but what does that mean for my store? I said, you can order the book. I'm making art. If you'd like it, order it.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you. We're not trying to go around the store. We need stores. Stores are what keep the interest going. They're part of the engine, but we can also build these apparatuses that service the greater customer base, and the customer wants it.
Sure.
They want something special. And as a kid, you know, before I came down here, my 20-something son said, I'm gonna have to wake up a lot more earlier. I got a lot of lines to get in tomorrow, Dad. And I'm like, and he told me Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this stuff. He understands I got to go wait in these 5-hour lines to hopefully get picked to get the special thing that's here. Only people love it. They engage in it on every level.
I love it too. Now, something I found out about you is not only are you one of the greatest comic creators of all time, you are a disruptor, but also a Comic-Con historian. This is your 44th Comic-Con consecutively.
That's
You've
right.
not missed a year. So I do have to ask you, now that this is your 44th Comic-Con, have you developed a tradition that you do at every Comic-Con that you've been to?
Well, so San Diego is I think it is the finest city in Southern California.
Me too.
I don't live here.
Neither do I.
Honestly don't know that I could afford to live here. It is so beautiful. My sons, their buddies have gotten into their careers, and they've got apartments here, and everyone's looking into buying here, and they're like, oh my gosh, the sticker shock. Like, Southern California, I've lived in Southern California for 58 years, right? So yes, you gotta understand. I went to my first Comic-Con is 14. And now this is my 44th. I got hired at 18. In case your people are like, "Hey, he said he's gone for 44 years, and then he said he had a 40-year career." Look, I'm kind of like a child actor of comics. I was hired at 18 years old. I graduated high school, and everyone like, "What are you going to do?" Because I was not a good student. And try having 3 kids and telling me to get good grades when you like, I was a terrible student, but get those good grades, because I didn't. But I knew, like, I'm ditching this scene and I'm drawing comics, right?
Sure.
But Hodad's is the greatest hamburger. of all space and time, and that is the first place I hit when I get here. That is a tradition going on about 20 years. I go there, I will sit alone, because now I come down on Tuesdays. I've been coming down earlier every year, so for the last 5 years, I come down on Tuesdays to get all of the hotels that I have to get for my family, okay? I spoil my family. My family, you know it, I spoil you. We get the great rooms, we get the great views, but that takes getting here Tuesday and negotiating before everybody else, because it doesn't matter who you are. You get there, stand at the desk, and then after I'm done with that stress, I walk over the bridge up to Hodad's. Look, then there is a killer dinner at Nobu, 16 years, with captains of industry. Joseph Loeb III, you know him as Jeff Loeb. Robert Kirkman, the guys who own Robot Chicken, the president of Apple Entertainment, guys from Fox. These are my buddies. We've been buddies for decades. And we started this Nobu Thursday, preview night, Wednesday night, Nobu. That last night was our 16th.
Wow.
And I got to be honest, it is the most fun. The whole year is downhill now. That is the apex of every year. That's like my Christmas. It's the best time. It's the best 3 hours. And then when we're done, we're like, we'll see each other next year. But like, honestly, I already had the best time I'm going to have at Comic-Con.
I love that. Look, on this note, we're going to have the best time too. And by the way, now you know next year if you're coming to Comic-Con, stock him on Tuesdays at Hodad's.
That's right.
Just wait there all day. He'll sign your books.
I'll be there.
Thank you so much, Rob, for stopping by, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. This has been fun.